Welcome to DentonRadio.com, powered in part by Classic of Denton. Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for being here with us at DentonRadio.com. These are your morning announcements where we bring you highlights of Denton events, Denton weather, Denton news, everything you need to enjoy Denton, Texas to its absolute fullest. Thank you very much for being here with us. We always appreciate it. We are going to start off with a little something from DiscoverDenton.com. That is our community calendar here at the Discover Denton organization. And while you're at DiscoverDenton.com, if you'd like to follow up on any of these events, you're going to be able to find restaurant listings, hotel listings, all sorts of really cool stuff, Denton blogs, all that good stuff. But the main feature that we're looking at today, of course, is the events calendar. If you have an event that you would like to post yourself to our events calendar, there is this little green button in the top right corner. You can pop that bad boy and post any event you would like. Only stipulations is it needs to be open to the public and in Denton. All right, let's go through a few of these events today. Freedmantown 2.0 Gallery is over at UNT on the Square. If you've not been paying attention, the Denton Black Film Festival is coming up right around the corner, January 25th, 26th, 27th, and 28th. Freedmantown 2.0 is a gallery that is in partnership with one of the documentary films as well as an augmented reality experience that the festival is offering. If you'd like to go ahead and get a little early taste of what the fest is going to have, pop on over, check Freedmantown 2.0 at UNT on the Square. It is absolutely free. Also, we have the 12th annual 125-mile visual arts exhibition over at the Goff Gallery at the Patterson-Appleton Arts Center. We have Give Back Thursdays over at Game Changer Sports and Arcade Grill. Give Back Thursday, Game Changers picks out some kind of organization or nonprofit that they would like to earn money for, and a percentage of their profits on that night will go to them. So make sure you always pop on over to Game Changers on a Thursday, and you could be able to give back to Little D. BJ's Brewhouse fundraiser, Night for Thin Line over at BJ's Brewhouse. You can go check that out over by Cinemark and the other Beth Marie's location and Chewy's, all that good stuff over in Unicorn Lake if you'd like to go check out that area tonight. Speaking of Cinemark, by the way, because there's a movie theater right behind BJ's, if you have not seen The Greatest Showman, it is stinking awesome. I'm totally going off script because The Greatest Showman was a really good movie. It came out the same time as all these other, Star Wars and Jumanji and Coco and all this other stuff. So almost nobody's seen it, but it's so good. And I think it will go down in history as one of those underrated films of all time because it hit theaters when all these other movies that everybody wanted to see are out. Not to say those movies aren't any good, but man, The Greatest Showman just knocked me out of my seat. You got to go check it out. So go on over to BJ's, check out the fundraiser, raise a little money for Thin Line, then go see a movie. Make it The Greatest Showman. Now The Greatest Showman owes me money. No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea who they are. Anyways, BJ's Brewhouse fundraiser Night for Thin Line, which is another film festival coming up right around the corner. Denton Domino Tourney over at Dusty's Bar and Grill. Dr. Sketchy's Anti-Art School is also happening tonight over at the Patterson-Appleton Art Center. You might also know that place is the Greater Denton Arts Council or GDAC or PAC. A lot of names for one building. Tuesdays with Karma Yoga over at Stoke Denton. That is our creative workspace here in town, so you can check that out. Denton Black Film Festival Freedmantown 2.0 discussion over at UNT on the Square. So, didn't know about this one. Freedmantown 2.0 Gallery, like we were talking about over at UNT on the Square, is going to be doing their discussion tonight. Getting a little bit more attention for the folks over in the gallery and trying to get some eyes on the film festival coming up. So get your tickets now. You can check it all out at dentonbff.com. Killer's Mike Night over at Killer's Tacos. Open mic night over at the one and only Killer's Tacos. Live jazz over at Steve's Wine Bar if you'd like to find that famous Denton jazz. We have Lone Star presents Texas Thursdays with John Pettigo and Joshua Ray Walker over at Backyard on Bell. Eastside Social Ride is over at Eastside Social Club for those of you that are those really hardcore bicyclists and this cold just doesn't bother you, you got to be on those two wheels. You can pop on over to East Side tonight. Live Indoor Music Series with Ellie Meyer over at Harvest House. Harvest House, even though most of it is outside, the music lives on inside this winter. Make sure you check it all out. Magic the Gathering over at Game Changer Sports and Arcade Grill. Other Desert Cities is going to be playing over at the Campus Theater. We also have Trivia Night over at Mulberry Street Cantina. Man, is this a Friday? There's so much going on, but it's only Thursday because Denton, man. It's Denton. Bearded Monk Funk over at the Bearded Monk, our local craft beer house. It's craft beer retail store as well as bar. You can go hang out over there. It's a really, really great spot. We do a show with them every Friday called Free Beer Friday where we talk about different craft breweries. You can tune into that tomorrow. Charlie Crockett is going to be over at Dan's Silverleaf. Don't miss that show. And also another can't miss is Kyle Park with Adrian Johnson over at Rockin' Rodeo. Now, one more thing not on the list today, but everybody ought to know about it, is the new Embassy Suites Denton Convention Center. It has their grand opening today. Really, really excited about that. So make sure you pop on over to the Embassy Suites and check it out. I don't think that you have to RSVP. If you do, I'm sorry, Embassy. Everybody's coming. It's going to be a very, very cool event, and that is Denton's first and only convention center capable of, well, you know, it's a new facility capable of holding more people than Denton's ever been able to really hold at a private location. Previously, you could only do things like that at the universities or things like that. So there's already hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people that have booked rooms and conferences and spaces over at the Embassy Suites. And so over the next few years, we're going to get so much attention here in Denton. It's really, really exciting. So make sure you check out the Embassy Suites over in Razor Ranch. All right, moving forward to weather. It's going to be a warm one out there, folks. I'm just kidding. Comparatively, it's going to be a warm one out there because it's already 30, which is kind of cool. We are looking at a high of 47 today, which is really nice. We are on our way out of this freezing weather. You know, we've been seeing single digits and teens and all that kind of stuff for the last few days, and we are finally on our way out. It is 30 right now. We'll see a high of 47, probably hang most of the day in the mid-40s. And then we will train back down in the evening, but we're still going to stay in the high 20s. Tomorrow we'll see a high of 59. The day after we'll see a high of 66. And then Sunday, which is the first chance we're really going to see of rain, it'll be 67. So we haven't had any precipitation during this cold spell, which is why we haven't had to deal with a bunch of ice and snow and all that kind of stuff, at least not much. And nobody's had any major problems, which is good. But luckily, once it warms way up from now, that's when we'll get our rain, and then if it starts to go back down, we should be drying up again. So it worked out really, really well that way. Just as far as logistics-wise. For those of you wanting snow, terribly, terribly sorry, because it's fun. Anyways. All right, we're going to wrap up with a little something from DentonRC.com, one of our major partners at DentonRadio.com, as well as in the Discover Denton Welcome Center. And these morning announcements is the Denton Record Chronicle, Denton's oldest news resource, over 100 years old. If you would like to follow up on any news stories we talk about today, you can either come by the Discover Denton Welcome Center. We can get you a physical newspaper just like this one, or you can check out DentonRC.com, the newly renovated and absolutely beautiful DentonRC.com. We're going to give you a couple of top headlines, just a few teasers today. And if you'd like to jump in or dive in deeper, just like we said, DentonRC.com. Lane shift ahead. State road projects bring big changes for Denton motorists. Jury sides with Denton ISD in employment retaliation case. From the police blotter, Denton man flees federal lawsuit claiming police taser projectiles left him blind. Medical City Denton observes an anniversary of Little Elm police detective's death with plaque dedication. Verses and Flow, Denton Black Film Fest gets more depth through Poetry Slam. We got to talk with Verb, who's going to be putting on the Poetry Slam, Verb Culture. If you want to go see that interview, you can check it out on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook, all that good stuff. Inkmaster, local tattoo artist, has close call on second episode. And from sports, men's basketball, Draper carving out niche in family legacy at UNT. All right, guys, if you would like to follow up on any of those stories as well as many, 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 many more, we can't say it enough. Check it all out at dentonrc.com. All right, everybody. That is your morning announcements for today. We've talked Denton events, Denton weather, Denton news, everything you need to enjoy your Denton day to its absolute fullest. We hope we will see you guys around town and enjoying this wonderful Denton day. Thanks very much for tuning in. We appreciate it. We're going to bring you back to the music. Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check out dentonradio.com for new Denton artists and where they're playing next. While you're surfing the internet, make sure you check out our friends Classic of Denton at classicofdenton.com.